I am one step closer to achieving my plan of turning Tropico into a world superpower. Now I need to establish a strong economy, and I know just the island for that. Yermo Encarnado is a barren wasteland without much in the way of resources, but it's located within close proximity to international trade routes. It is the prime candidate to become the heart of Tropico's industry. In order to achieve this, I will need the help of my newfound friend, Keith Preston. I like people who are only interested in money. They are so predictable. I, on the other hand, seek power. Ultimate power.
And I will help you achieve that, Presidente. Welcome back to Let's Play Tropico 4, everybody. I'm Hunter Black Luna. This is the 4th mission of the campaign. 4 of 20. We've got a while to go, don't we? And this one's all about the industry. I like to be all about the industry sometimes, so I'm good. I'm good with it. Okay. Picking a build that's optimal for industry is a little... I remember it being a little tougher than... Interestingly enough, this might not be a bad trade to choose, considering one of the industries we can build is a distillery, I believe. It's a rum place. So that would be really interesting. But there's one, I think there's one that relates to, factories. Or maybe there's not, and that's the thing. Here we go. Self-made man. Capitalists like us, US like us. Factory workers produce more. I love how we can just reinvent our backstory every single time, and there's no problems with it. Okay, we are a humble, self-made man. How do we rise to power this time, everybody? Well, this wouldn't be bad. Capitalist rebellion would give us factory worker production, and the US would love us. But we'd actually get more production from being elected as a capitalist. And I like to rely on democracy when it gets me what I want, so we'll make Ayn Rand look like a coward. Administrator, 4% cheaper buildings overall. We level that up, it'll eventually get to 10% off all buildings. No questions asked. Diplomatic, I love it. I love having a little wiggle room, especially in this mission, I believe, because industry is tough to start up with just industry without any kind of economic backbone. We might have, it might be a little touch and go with the foreign aids, so it'll be good to ingratiate ourselves with the foreigners. And I just love not having to fulfill my election problem. Even though I usually do, it's a good habit to get into. I just like having that failure zone put in there, just in case I need it.
Howdy, partner. I've prepared the contract according to the terms we discussed.
20%.
Penultimo, this is TNT, and our news is exploitive.
Ooh, educated immigrants.
Explosive. Our news is explosive because we are dynamite.
We dedicate the next song to our late colleague Juanito, whose memory will live with us forever here on TNT.
Aw. Okay, everybody. So I'm a little rusty. So that would be an awesome palace to have. I just sit up here and chill out and look upon my dominion. Speaking of our dominion, let's have ourselves a look. Okay, I apologize. Okay, so let's see here. The dock is down here. We've got some fishing set up already. And some shacks, but of course. Shacks are everywhere. The town's up here. There's beachfront over here as well, and over here. Something to note about this map, however, going forward. We can't do farms. Or mines. Which are kind of important. And this place doesn't have any salt, it looks like. Not even, like, this place is barren. There's a reason why nobody but us bothered to swoop in. Although there are some interesting colonial forts here. Please excuse my rustiness, because I legitimately am a little on the rusty side. I'm trying to think what to do. Well, first of all, let's open with a ministry, because I always enjoy opening with the ministry. And normally we open with some farms too, because they're decently profitable, but that ain't happening. So, I'm not sure if we're gonna get our first mission. I've honestly forgotten how to open. I do know I want the development aid. Because we're going to be building lots of... I think we might make them all apartments this mission. We're going to wait for the factory, I think. It might tell us when we're supposed to do it. And factory means education's going to be a big issue. But, what else do we do? Normally I just build farms, but that's not an issue here. If the foreign office is free, might as well get that out of the way. Let's start building, everybody.
What matter requires Presidente's attention?
Where are you, Presidente?
What matter
Oh, there you are.
requires Presidente's attention?
Presidente will work on this. That's my question, is how do we start? So like I said, a little rusty. Or a lot rusty, actually. This will make for great viewing material. Although, what kind of housing could we do that wouldn't be too bad? Because I don't want to pay full price for a tenement. Oh yes, also, edicts. We can issue a whole bunch of them quickly enough. General edicts. I'm issuing Social Security. Good, cheap, makes people happy. Food for the people. Without farms, it might be a little tenuous there. Humanitarian aid. We don't need it yet. We will, though. This is the entirety of Tropico, and I'm not sure... I see the shacks. I'm just... There we go.
In order to compensate for the lack of raw resources on the island, we must rely on imports. The first step of our plan will be to establish a customs office.
I like it. Customs offices are a good idea anyway. They are actually an addition. In terms of they were not in Tropico 3. Welfare and economy, yes. They're very expensive and they need college workers. As for where to put it, I can't zoom out. So, I like putting it over here near the beach. There's not really a reason for that. It probably just extends the build times.
Talk fast, I don't have all day.
Presidente, go over there and help them. Help, quote unquote. Foreign office would be good to have too, especially since we have educated people. We can get working on schmoozing up to the foreigners immediately. A second construction office would never be a terribly bad idea. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm just... Construction office. It's under infrastructure. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't help that I mostly have experience with this game on the 360, so... Oh, Lord. Another construction office. Let's build it over here. Come on. There we go. Let's save a bit of money, though, because we're going to need that to get our industry off the ground. Although those cash infusions from Keith Preston, they're very nice. Still can't have environmental, or humanitarian aid, rather. Bam!
It It's time to start building our industry powerhouse, partner. Construct a cannery and enable the import of coffee from the buildings panel or the import section of the almanac.
Ah yes, buildings panel.
A minor political incident occurred today. The wife of an anonymous U.S. ambassador was stopped at the customs office because her husband had declared her as useless baggage. The woman was later released when proper duties were paid for her.
Oh ho ho. Industry, we need a cannery. It doesn't give us the blueprints. Luckily, canneries are cheap to research but expensive to build. Fortunately for us. And we have the money to go for 2 canneries, actually. And, oh, let's build them on the waterfront. Nothing better than some good old-fashioned industrial pollution. Having 2 will help things. It'll just help us get off to the correct start. Industry is mad profitable, bro. No, it just needs high school workers. There's no reason why this building shouldn't be staffed, especially when skilled immigrants arrive. Which, speaking of that, I think I heard the freighter. No, that's just the majestic waters. Man, I was so good and smooth at the first 3 missions of the game, if I may humbly say so. But yeesh. Yeah, go ahead and get that online so we can get some housing.
Talk fast, I don't have all day.
Presidente, you better get back up to the city. Mr. Bohannon, I'll see you back at Hell on Wheels. Give me the presidential limo. While Tropico is still a little tiny nation. No? Okay, people are working at the Foreign Office. Let's check our, let's check how the foreigners think about us. Factionally, everything's pretty okay except the loyalists. They want their stuff, but when you give it to them, they're okay. I'm good with just increasing neutral powers, especially considering, I believe China, there we go, they increase the price of canned goods when we're on good terms with them. And we are on good terms. 15 new immigrants to Tropico. That'll be the educated people arriving. They are sending very I guess we're selling excess fish. Not a bad thing. Okay, quick question. Oh, fuck it. At least build the construction office. Oh, we're going on slow speed too. Oh, mission.
Hola, Presidente. As you know, a single dock can receive a limited amount of import goods each time a ship arrives at the island.
Yeah. This will refund us for our troubles, and hey, more docks. I'm not sure if it could be a bad thing, but we'll get paid back for our efforts. We can even put it right over here so the 2 of them conflict and have hilarious pathing issues. Right over that. Okay, what the hell? Oh, but this works. Whatever, Tropico. You do as you please. Because I will too. Come on, just build it. Presidente, yell harder. He's not even yelling at the builder. Whatever. Going out fishing. Fun times. Yeah, this mission's gonna be touch and go, especially considering I'm very rusty.
What matter requires president?
We could rush by this thing. That would take away some of the economic benefits, unfortunately, but people can work as builders, and hopefully it's enough.